Hello everybody and welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. This is what we're looking at today. This is Little Chance to Dance. It's a 6.2% ABV West Coast IPA from Wishbone Brewery in Keighley. It says on the front there it's got Citra Mosaic, Chinook and Idaho 7 hops in it. There you go. Let's get it out of the can into a glass. I've got my Wishbone glass. Yeah, so as a West Coast IPA, we expect it to be quite hoppy. We expect it to be quite bitter as well. So these guys, I've had quite a few drinks from these guys recently. They're a cracking brewer, absolutely cracking. Adrian and the guys at Wishbone do an amazing job. I just wish I could do a good job at pouring their beers. Brackart, can I? Started look like he had a little bit of sediment in the bottom, which is fine because it's unfiltered. So that's fine. So that's why we got a little bit of sediment in there. So what we got there, so that has poured a hazy amber colour with a ridiculous size head, which I think is definitely down to my pouring rather than the beer, but it looks like a little beautiful fluffy head. Anyway, really tightly packed bubbles. Looks good. Let's see if we can get anywhere near it, see what the aroma's like, shall we? Oh, it is very juicy. It's very citrusy, and I'm just getting a little bit of a hint of pine at the back end, which is really nice. Right, taste test. Cheers, everybody. Oh. That is nice. That is nice. The first swig of that wasn't a sip, was it? It was a good old swig. Very fruity indeed. Very fruity. Lots of citrus flavours coming through. Quite a bit of lemon in there, but it's not in the mouth long, and that pine takes over, and you get real coating of that resinous, piney bitterness. Sound like the wind's picking up outside a little bit. That is nice. That is really lovely. Yeah, it's building a little bit. It's that piness, which is really good. But there's a nice, fresh, tangy, lemony flavour that's going with that as well. It's just helping, I suppose, that bitterness a little bit. So you got the sharpness of that lemony flavour. You got the resinous, piney bitterness coming through as well, which is really nice. But it has got a lovely level of sweetness to it as well. I'm not going to call it well balanced, because whilst it has got that sweetness in there, the bitterness is coming through quite nicely. And it's got a lovely body to it as well. Feels really full in the mouth. It's really hoppy, and like I say, a nice lingering bitterness. And for 6.2%, I'm not getting any booziness through. Well, not that you could necessarily get booziness through. It just doesn't feel 6.2%. That feels very drinkable. That feels very sessionable. That feels like it'll be quite a dangerous beer. So look, I don't only put a lot on hit these. So we got water, barley, wheat, hops, and yeast. Unfiltered, unfined, and vegan. Serve cold, drink fresh, which I have done because it arrived only a couple of days ago. Properly bitter West Coast IPA. It is bitter, it's lovely. A big whack of Centennial for bittering. I didn't say Centennial on the front, did it? Big whack of Centennial for the bittering, then Citra, Mosaic, Chinook, and Idaho 7, which is just on the front. That is nice. Hops are a little bit like a tea bag, and the longer you leave the hops in, imagine a tea bag. If you put the tea bag in the kettle when it was boiling, all those flavours, all that bitterness, those tannins from those tea, it's going to come out exactly the same with the hops. You put the hops in nice and early, and you get these real bitter flavours coming through, which are gorgeous. So they've used the Centennial for the bittering. Then later on in the production stage, the brewing stage, they put these other American hops in there to add to aroma, to add to that flavour a little bit. And what you're left with is a cracking beer. Nice, that's another excellent Wishbone beer. Got a box full of these to go through. I've got a few which I'm going to give away. Bottle load, and I'm going to give them away to a few people, because I have a few more people to try these beers from Wishbone. So yeah, looking forward to giving those away and see what other people think about them. But yeah, little chance to dance. 6.2% ABV West Coast IPA from Wishbone. 8.5 out of 10 from Andy's Beer Reviews. 8.5 out of 10. Cracking beer. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share, like, comment, all that good stuff. See you on the next beer review. Cheers, everybody.